expert. Daniel, everybody, welcome Daniel. All right, Daniel, you've been part of the Fusion team for as long as I can remember. You've seen its evolution. What have we got that's going to excite our engineering users?
Yeah, we've got two really great enhancements, the first of which is in the Sketch environment. So last year, we delivered AI-based Sketch auto constraints. And since then, it's automatically generated millions of constraints and dimensions for you.
And people are accepting those answers at higher and higher rates. Pretty impressive numbers, by the way.
That's right. And soon, it's going to get even better. So notice in the Sketch, I have a gap here.
Bad.
Hard to find.
Sketch gaps are not good.
Hard to close. But soon, Autodesk AI is going to get even smarter and fix these types of errors for me. So here, I can select a prompt that's automatically going to fix this for me, close the gaps, still have all my dimensions and all my constraints, and hit OK. And so now I'm going to finish the sketch. It's looking good, and the handle is complete.
All right, fabulous.
All right, the next enhancement is in the assembly area. So positioning geometry in 3D space is more difficult than it needs to be. But coming soon to Fusion, we have the new constraint command. So here you can see I can just take the air fryer base, and I'm going to select a 2 faces here. I'm going to take the basket, because that needs to go into the base. And that's all the information that I need, not only to position it, even though I have draft and clearances for manufacturing. So it's intuitive and easy to use.
So this is something that supplements the joint command in Fusion, and it's also something that I think Fusion users have been asking for.
They've been asking for it. It's their #1 request.
All right, so fabulous. OK, thank you. Don't go, now you do not go away. All right, everybody give Daniel a hand. OK, so while the mechanical engineers are finishing their designs, the electronics engineers have access to the shared data in Fusion. They can populate circuit boards, validate their fit within the mechanical constraints, and all the while they're using our ECAD, MCAD integration to do this. And they don't only have Autodesk tools at their disposal. With the Fusion ecosystem growing steadily, they can use the AVNet add-in, for example. It gives engineers live updates on components, including pricing, availability, or even estimates on tariff impacts. So they can streamline product decisions without leaving Fusion. At the same time, another department is working on the internal components of the air fryer using Inventor. Now, because the department's pretty big, they're taking advantage of Vault for data management. And Vault will soon have Autodesk Assistant built in as well. Teams will be able to automate tasks like updating drawings and releasing revised assemblies, all powered by AI. And Vault isn't only just getting more powerful, it's also getting more connected. Vault and Fusion will talk to each other. So when the engineering departments release changes, the information is automatically updated in Fusion, maintaining one single source of truth. Now, as all of you know, there is no design process without stakeholder reviews. And creating compelling assets for those can be a little bit tedious. So I'm excited to announce that we're collaborating with Microsoft to make this process extremely easy, which brings us to yet another demo. So let's go back to Daniel. Daniel, show us how this collaboration works.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the air fryer design. It is looking really good. But before we move into production, we need to get approval. And for that, we need to create a pitch. And
that can you need to show the upper management, the people that don't understand how it's
exactly. That can be tough.
Yeah.
It can be hard to get all the assets out of Fusion, copy and paste them, format them into a Microsoft PowerPoint. But here, we're going to leverage the collaboration that we have with Microsoft and access it directly from within Autodesk Assistant to make that process easier. So let me give you some examples of the kinds of things that we can do. So we have the design, and what I want to do is I want to create a couple of different variants to include in the pitch. So first of all, we can see that it's starting out with what we have right now, and I'm going to ask it to do 2 different variants. The one is a material change, so you can see that we have this to be a brushed metal finish in a rose gold color.
Kind of fancy for an air fryer.
This next one is more of a matte gray finish as well. So these are looking good, automatically creating these images for me. But I want to actually show this in some different environments as well. Where is this going to be used, and how can I showcase that? These are things that we can also ask Autodesk Assistant for. And so here you can see that I'm going to have it to do 2 different versions to show these different environments. And I'm also going to create a black ABS version of this. So here you can see the first example that AI is going to generate for us is a matte black one, but placed in a more modern kitchen on a marble countertop. And then the second is to put it in more of a rustic style kitchen. And here you can see I've actually to put kitchen tools in the background also.
With that rustic vibe.
The rustic vibe, yes. And so the next step typically would be I'd have to render out all these images, size them appropriately, but AI is going to help us with that.
Cut and paste them in, do all of that work.
Yeah, so now...
You know how much engineers love doing that?
They don't. And the next thing we can see is that I've asked Autodesk Assistant to generate a PowerPoint for me. And now I'm going to open this Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. It's going to analyze my request. Here you can see it's launching.
We can breathe. It's working.
It's working.
There we go.
And now you can see it's pulled all the information from the design, populated it,
and it's given it like fancy little titles and, and taglines.
It's titled it. It pulled in all the product variants that we just asked it to create as well.
Okay, well, that's fabulous. That's a real example of getting rid of tedious work and making engineers a lot more productive. All right, thank you.